Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is Satisfactory. I did a lot of work in between the previous episode and this one, namely with this, which is similar to the power shard little factory to duplicate. All these are set to duplicate as well, but this is for the biological material such as the different body parts like the hog remains and the stinger remains. They all get split up into their different directions. Hogs to the left, hatcher to the center. Anything else goes to the right, so that I have another smart splitter sending the stinger that way and then splitter that way. They all go through their own little factory to turn it into alien protein. And they are set to duplicate with the Somers loops. And then, so we get one stinger to 2 alien protein. And then they, because they're duplicated, they get duplicated here as well. So 1 alien protein to 2 alien DNA capsules. So that's basically a 1-to-4 ratio of alien part to DNA capsule. I had it run through a couple of them, and you can see we got a lot of DNA points. So I'm gonna take that over to be put through the awesome sink. Right there. So we'll get a lot of points that way. And then everything else is for the computer factory. I was planning on just getting an outline set up, but I went a little too far. So let me show you that. So you can see here, I've already made like most of the computer power plant to some extent. Some parts I'm going to need to go over, like these are Mark 1s when they should be Mark 2s, mainly because I was running out of materials and I just wanted to get an outline made. But let me give you a little tour. So we have 3 normal oil nodes over here. There's another one back in there that is a little different, but I don't have the unlocks able to use it. It's one of those like geyser types. Let me just stand right up here. Come on. That was right there. There we go. Okay. So we got 3 nodes, one right there, one there, and there. And then they'll pump the oil over here. And one of them will go into the other 2 to boost them up to 300, because it's one of those 240, 240s, 120, boosting the others to up to 300 each. And then each one will go into 5. So we got those 5 right there, and then these 5 right here will make oil, or make a fuel and the resin like in my other power plant. We're making enough oil in this to need the Mark II pipes. So they are getting pumped up over here, and some of it is going this way. I limited the flow with the valve, and it'll come over to generate some power. The rest is going to come over here and get put in with these refineries, which will be taking the mixed in coal and sulfur to make the compacted coal to make turbo fuel. And then the turbo fuel will be pumped over to turn into power. And it is very a lot more efficient for turbo fuel, because with this, like the same amount of fuel, I have to make less power generators to match, but the turbo fuel, it can go into more power generators for the same amount, which increases your power generation. All this turbo fuel and stuff is just to get rid of the fuel and generate power on the side. The real thing we need is the polymer resin, which over here is getting sent over there, which I need to still set up the water. And it will be making rubber and plastic, which is needed to make the computer. And then it will get belted over here. I've already belted up the plastic, but I need to belt over the rubber. So let me show you that little part, and then we can get to work on the next little bit. So over here, we have copper coming in and getting turned into copper sheets. Right there. And then the copper sheets are heading over and merging with the plastic to make the circuit boards. And then the circuit boards are just getting brought over here for now. I think I'll make the computer stuff right here. And then over here, we're taking quick wire and we're turning it, or we're taking Caterium and turning it into quick wire, which will be needed to make the factory. This needs to be connected, but basically I'm setting up the left to be overflow and the center to be what is needed to make the computer, because we'll be making more quick wire than the computers need. And so the rest will just go to the awesome sink. So let's get set up on the computers, which will be manufacturers. So let's see, we got them facing like that. That's towards a mountain, so let's probably build them right here. Gonna put one there. Oh yeah, I did also connect all the steel things at my base to the dimensional depot, so I could have them as resources anywhere I want. Okay. So first thing I'm gonna bring over is probably going to be this guy. Let's see if I can line it up around there. Too far? Okay. Why not the far one? And we need to use the splitter there. I will be changing all these things to match their ratios. So we got, well, let me put these to computer first. So we're gonna need to make computer, and this should make a total of like 5 a minute in the end. So now we need to put in the cable and plastic. Did I not unlock the other recipe? Did I build all this for the wrong recipe? Uh-oh. I don't think I unlocked this recipe. I'll be back. Hey, after a little bit, I managed to get the alternate recipe. This took very long to get, but now I should have that recipe. I also checked over at the Awesome Sink while I was over here, went on some explorations to get more hard drives, but we're now at 36 thanks to the DNAs that I got from the aliens. So let me head back to the computer place and we can finish that up. Okay, so we should be able to get the alternate recipe set up on these, and let's see. I think one of them needs to be returned lowered on their amount. Let me just grab my thing again. Yeah, so one of them should be at 33%, so you should be generating, let's see, we want 5 in total, so if we're making 3.75, then we want 1.25 coming out. Now I need to attach the power. Let's see, that should be a power pole right there. There we go. Okay, so I've already attached what would be the circuit boards. Now we should get the rubber over here. And the rubber one is right there. Bring that guy over to here. Why would you do it like that? To set up the splitter correctly. So I'm gonna have it facing like that. Lock it in place, page up one, bring it over a bit. Let's see, about there, lining up with there. Let's see if that will work. Then I can take the conveyor lift and have it face that way. Nope. Okay. So that's a good position. It just wasn't high enough. And of course it faces it the wrong way. Lock up twice, back a little bit till you line up, and then just a little off to the left. Might have brought it too far to the left, but hey, that works. So then I need to just connect the belt, and need to make one for this one over here. So what I like to do is get it on the same one as the one I just did. Lock it, bring it down, and then just bring it over till it lines up where I want, which is right there. Then I can place it, attach the belt, get the lift in place. Okay. And with all that set, I can take that. Why would you curve a little? Oh, you're not directly. Then you can connect like that. Okay, so that should be the rubber and the circuit board. So now we just need the quick wire. Let's see, quick wire can split here and go into one of those. Or it, yeah, let's see. The quick wire comes out over here. So we need to have it go straight back here. Let's see. Put that there for now. Don't want to try and make it go too high, but might not have a choice. So if we do the same spot, but go up another 2, then it can go to that one. I think that's lined up. And if we get the conveyor lift, should be able to line up. There we go. So then we grab this guy, bring him over there till he lines up. And because it's so far away, it won't give me the markers. I think that's right. There we go. Now I just need to attach the Caterium after I could get these splitters connected. So let's see. How do I want to do that? Have this guy come up to there. Then I'll have a lift. Bring it up. Let's see. Same level. It's about there. And so then just take the belt directly into there. Okay. Now, before we get anything else done, should set up the output. So let's see. How do I want to do this? Well, first I can put down a blueprint of the storage. So let's put the storage guy right here. Then I'm going to connect from this guy first over to here. And we need a merger on this guy. And then I'll eventually make a dimensional depot in case I need it. But I'm going to first put a smart splitter here. I believe a computer would be worth a good amount of points. So let's have this guy come over here and get a merger. Placed it in there. There we go. And I'm just gonna go through and make sure everything's set. I might set some overflows here. That way, in case they back up, they can get rid of, so these can still run and all that. Let's see. I think I still need to connect the coal, because I don't think it's coming by power right now. But we got the sulfur, we got the coal, we have the copper, and we have the caterium. So yeah, let me go power up the coal, and then I also need to upgrade these things to Mark IIs. Since they're all Mark 1s, and they need to transport 150 actually, which means they need Mark 3s. So I need to go through and upgrade everything to a Mark 3. So let me do that and I'll be back. Okay, that's all the basic belts all set up, I think. They should all be at Mark 2s. I'll have to do some micromanaging within there, but at least they're all getting delivered at the right speed. The coal, as it turns out, is plugged in with the rest of the grid, so I need to flip the switch on all this to get it started up. So I'm actually going to work through this, so this will make it into the compacted coal. So let's see about getting some awesome sinks around here so things can still function properly. I want the smart splitter. You are going to be set to overflow on the right. And then you're just gonna go back there and attach into there. Do you have one more port? No, you do not, but you do. Okay, so compacted coal can overflow if needed. I should do the same to the plastic and rubber. I'm hoping the fuel and all that burns off as fast as it should. That way everything can keep running. Let's see, where should I put that? Right here work? And then I'll just set up a smart splitter here. And a smart splitter there. Or I'll move that one possibly. Overflow is the left one. And then I'm going to have you be the right. That way this guy can come around here. And merge in on this guy. And then I just need to connect you to the power. Okay. Now over here, we're making the sheets and stuff, but if we should just only overflow these guys. See if I can find a good spot for it. That should work. Overflow to the left. That way it can go over here. And maybe slide in back here. And I don't know why you're freaking out. I can sneak through here and go through there. I'm actually gonna set you to a Mark III. So yeah, this one is just the blueprint I used just to quickly build it, and then I restricted some and turned others off. So I believe that's everything for now, so we can try plugging it in. I believe I put the switch right there. And this extra wire that connects to the grid is only connected to the power generators, at least the turbo ones. That one I'm just gonna have it power its own base. So let's hope this doesn't break. I am producing 11,000 megawatts. I did reduce my consumption a bit by replacing the water pumps from tier 1 to tier 2, which allowed me to build only 2 pumps per pipe, and then it consumed like half per pipe than what a bunch of part ones were doing. So let's turn this guy on. Looks like we're good on the consumption. The copper has started producing. I'll be again messing with the other pipes. I've got the Caterium processing. Should go check out the oil. I was meaning to check that just to make sure everything's running right. Because I think this oil over here is a 240, then that one's a 240, and then that one's a 120 type. So yeah, you're producing 240. It's not getting power. Why are they not powered? All these are not getting power. How come? Did I not plug in any of these guys? No, they're plugged in on the other side. These guys aren't plugged in. I'm gonna try and connect it to this one over here. Not build your own. Okay, those guys are on, but those guys are not. Oh, I haven't set up their power either. Oh, and they need water. Time to go shut down the power plant. Or the computer plant. I forgot to get the water system. Oopsies. Okay, so I was planning on getting water from a little ways past these guys over here. So I need to set up water first, or their power. Let me grab that. So in total, there's like 6 of these to connect to. So I'm hoping this one can connect to all of them, though I do need it to be separate connection for the water. Someone not plugged in. I skipped you. Three. So that should be everyone. No. And then this guy just needs to plug into this guy. Okay. So I'm going to be grabbing the water from there. First, build the platform. I only need like 3 water pumps, I believe. Let me take a look at my thing. Oh, I only need 2, and one's even going to half. So I'm just gonna grab 2 here. Production, water extractor. Let's see. There we go. And it should be set to straight mode. I should have brought that more in. I do also need to set up their connection. So I like using the T whenever I can. It's not gonna line up right. Okay, it's not lining up right. Okay, so we'll just make the pipe for now. You'll go there. And let's see. This guy is going to actually go up to. See if we can go all the way over here. Nope. Okay. So here. Also make you at least to here. Okay, that should be all of that. Now I can probably get the T1 to go correctly to some extent. There we go. Now, I don't think I need a water pump. It shouldn't be too bad. Let's see. Nope, I want that. I want you to go to T. And I just go around and line these guys up. Oh, you didn't line up at all. What were you lining up with? Sheesh. Oh, did it? It grabbed the power line. So put this guy back down. That's one higher. One, two. I found out by holding E, I can bring out this thing that helps with lining up. So these weren't lining up with those; they were lining up with something else. So yeah, I select the thing, go through the scroll wheel. Not that. Okay. And I can just connect the pipes. So this guy go there. There. There we go. Just above the belts. And I believe I lined these guys up right. There we go. And one of them should be put down to 0.5. So 50%. And now I need to connect the power cable. I'm gonna quickly put down a foundation that I spotted. And then paint blue. All this for water. I try to paint the pipes. I think I mentioned this in the previous time. Whenever there's multiple pipes, if there's just one pipe, then I don't need to worry about it. But this way I can tell what they're transporting just from a distance. Like how I painted the turbo fuel red and the oil black. Actually, I can get rid of you because you aren't needed anymore. Anything else that I missed? Nope, looks like they're all painted. Okay, yeah, we can start back up the power plant slash computer plant. But yeah, burning off some extra fuel that I was making, turning the rest into turbo fuel to burn, all to generate a lot of power. And I mentioned before that it is more efficient as turbo fuel, even if you're bringing in extra stuff. That shut us up to 5,000 megawatts on consumption, but our production should go up once the fuel goes through. And I left this guy here in case I have some extra turbo fuel I can use to package for a jetpack. So let's see, should be, yeah, we're processing at least the sulfur, waiting on the coal. Let's go check in on the oil. Oh, it looks like we're already making turbo fuel or normal fuel. I did put in the Mark II since there's supposed to be like 400 or so coming through in total before it splits off with, I believe, 100 and something. Why can't I open? Oh yeah, 175 going in here. Wonder why our production's not going too good. Well, that's one of the reasons. Let's see. How's our oil flowing? We're probably currently only burning that one since he comes really fast. These guys are still building up, I think. $130 flow on 120, that makes sense. Definitely makes sense. They're flowing faster than they should. But eventually it should build up. And these guys, yeah, that guy just increased a bit. So this should be getting close to 300. These guys are processing. That's something we should have also done in the thing. Okay. So we need to set up the smart splitter somewhere here it can. Set to overflow on the left. And connect it. It's too steep. Maybe we'll need to go this way. None. Overflow to the right. Have it go this way first before turning around. Coming through here. And it clips a little, or it says it's clipping a little. But that way, when we have overflow, it won't back up and we can still create fuel. And I believe we are making the plastic and the rubber eventually. So the question is, did I even build it up? We're getting some resin through, but I think the main problem is it's not going fast. So let's see, how much resin are we making again? We're making around 300 in total at max. So we'll have to do Mark IV belts. Yeah, this should let that go through. I'm going to increase this to at least a Mark II. This, I'm just going to straight up do a Mark IV. This should allow the fuel generators to go back up to full generation capacity, because They were backed up. Why aren't you going? No oil, because you weren't even connected. Classic thing where you go in and think everything's working and then you've realized you forgot to connect something. So that should start generating. Are we backing up again? We should be going elsewhere. Flush out the system. And once it all flushes out, this guy should be able to come in, unless one of those broken ones. Just in case, if it's a broken one, just reconnect. Nope, he's just stopping. Why are you not connecting? There's some empty spots for you to go through. Remake the entire thing. It's not even sitting on the thing. Is it because of this? It's a merger. Come on. So, conveyor lift 1. Please connect this time. Okay, we're stuck again. Why are we doing this? Merger. Please go through this time. There we go. We're going through. And you're making it at 30 a minute, so it should dump out. We're making the plastic and rubber. I'll check on those eventually. Let's see, turbo fuel? I actually haven't checked to see if we started making turbo fuel. That's another thing, the oil will back up until we start making turbo fuel. And I think we're just waiting on coal. So let's wait for coal. Okay, we got the coal coming in. Of course, I'm gonna have to change some of the things here. Why aren't you producing? Well, true, you are 150 and a 270. Okay. It turns out the power wasn't connected to it, so it wasn't bringing in any coal. But now we got some of this coal, so we should start making turbo fuel. I believe I see it. I created these things as kind of a little test to see, just to make sure things would flow the correct direction and not flow back into the previous machine. But yeah, we got turbo fuel. So we can see if it starts powering up any of these generators. A lot of these are yellow. It's because we're not getting enough coal. Probably need to change some of the build stuff. So let's see. The total amount of coal is going to be 150, so that's at least a Mark III. So let's get a Mark III, put there, and there. Just gonna do all of them Mark III. I find this easier. And they only want 15 a minute in each, yeah, okay. And I believe I did it right. 6 of these. Yeah, with 150 sulfur, 150 coal. Oh, I missed. These guys need to be Mark 3 too. I'll do that to the sulfur as well. To shit up our production. Ooh. We got a turbo fuel. Turbo fuel is burning. Nice. So once the fuel starts building up, let's see. How are we looking on the petroleum or the compressed coal, compacted coal? Going good. Fuel should start running better, and then the plastic will start running better, and then, or polymer resin, and these guys will work better. These only need to be Mark 1s. Now we got, it's going all the way down the line. Those guys still need to get some fuel. Those guys still need to get fuel. I can see it building up. Let's see, it was 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. So it's just letting this stuff flow. What's up with the coal? Ah, I see. Okay. These guys are making it, but these guys need to go faster. As well make these Mark 3s too. Some of these are going to be backed up. Yeah, we should be making 150 in total. Did I bring any? Do I have any? I do not, and I did not set up things, so I can't see if I can get a reader in. But this should up our power production once. It seems like we're not getting as much coal as we should be. Might need to up the miners back there. We'll have to see. I'll be micromanaging things as they go along. But I believe we should start making computers now that we have everything coming in. Ooh, yes. Yes, we have. We got the computers. Now, I don't have the materials to make the dimensional depot, but we have them in storage. Let's see. How much do we have back up here? We should be making about 5 a minute in total. It just started barely reaching up here. But yeah, 5 in total is the amount of computers. And we should be getting a lot of power. The main thing is the power right now. Everything else seems to be working well. Waiting for things to build back up and stuff like that. We need the fuel to burn so that the polymer resin can get made and then get turned into the plastic and stuff. Let's see. But again, I think coal is our main limiter. Even though it should be doing exactly the amount we need. I believe this is 25. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 10, 20, and then another 5. So it should be a good amount of turbo generators. Let's go check to see how our power grid is doing. So we're getting upwards of 16,000. But that's not even max yet. Because the more we more of these power on from the turbo fuel, the better. The more power we'll get at once. Copper's backing up. I do the exact numbers and yet it still backs up, I think. The copper is a 2.67 and this is 2.67. And it's still backing up. No, that's why. These guys didn't get attached in. No wonder. Okay. So now they should be running more. We got some of these guys turning on all the way in the back. So yeah, we got more chips coming in. I did create a little split off, so if the chips back up, then they can go into a storage container in case we need them in the future for anything. And then I might make a little factory here to make a special type of microchip that involves quick wire, I think. And then we can use those. All the quick wires going back in there. The computers will go in there once they back up. But quick wires backed up in there. We got the rubber in there. We got the microchips. So the whole factory is working. We're just waiting on turbo fuel to actually start making enough for everything. This guy's actually getting back up. Nice. And just to show, that was 250 megawatts being generated. But over here, these generators are also making 250, but they're burning faster than these are. That's why there's so many. Like this is over here just, I think, 9 or so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. I think it's just 9, which is the amount I have set up on my thing. Yeah. Now one of them is supposed to be restricted to 75%, I think. Let's go make sure it actually is restricted. It is not 75%. That should be good on that front. Again, the main issue is the coal for these. This guy at least backed up, so now it's just the fuel. Nope, running at 100% efficiency. This guy is also backing up, running at 100%. 97%, but he should soon reach 100%, considering how backed up it is. You can also do a multiplier on the output, so I can make more turbo fuel by putting some multiplier in there. But yeah, this should be getting close to 100%. This guy is still getting filled up. He's at 43. He takes about 4, so let's see. This reaches 8 before this finishes. Yep. So this one's going to back up as well. Hopefully. Depends on the coal. Yeah, I think it's taking some in, yep. This guy looks like he's slowly starting, but once that guy backs up, this guy will get some more. And this guy, I think he's barely able to keep up, but we're waiting for it to back up. Yeah, it's staying idle. That leaves this one. Yeah, all these need to wait for the previous ones to back up, but we should be creating enough. Let me double check. 6 of these should be taking in 150 to output 150. So that's what should be happening here. But I keep feeling like the coal's not generating enough. So let me go check it out, and I'll be back. That's why there's a Mark II. So now that should do that. Why can't I move forward? What the heck? Okay. So let me just travel down this line some more. I am bringing the coal and sulfur from far away and in complete opposite directions. Okay. It all looks right. Just to make sure this guy's a Mark III. Now I have to get all the way up there, which I'll try and use this zip line. Up. Mark III. You're a Mark III. Are you a Mark III? You are a Mark III. Okay, Mark III. Mark III. Mark III all the way to there. You are a Mark III as well. Okay, Mark III. Looks like a Mark III. And yes, I'm getting the coal all the way from in here. I did overclock them to get 150 a minute. Ooh, that's another hard drive spot. This is, I think, a level 2, yeah. There's some of those hatchers there, so I'm gonna do that later. But now I should be getting the full 150 instead of the 120. Sulfur shows the same thing, which so far it's not. Then I'll have to go check out that one. See if I can take this way back to the plant / factory. Last time I did this, someone went flying off. Nope, okay. So yeah, the coal should be coming down faster now. Which means the compacted coal should be also coming out faster. Can even check with this. 100% efficiency. 100% efficiency. 100%. 75, but he's starting to back up, I think. Yep, he's starting to back up. This guy's at 46, but he's also looking like he's starting to back up as well. And this guy's also backing up. All of these guys should be coming through. Yep. Let's see, we're at 7 fully operational of these guys. Let's see, you are at 42%. You're not getting much coal, but that's just for now. You need to get to 8 in order to continue going. If he doesn't make it to 8, he's going to go back to idle, which it doesn't look like he's going to get to because of the splitters. But a lot more of these guys are starting to run. Let's see. We're just waiting on 4 more of these guys to get some more. 6 on this one. And then all these guys are running except that one. Alright, it's working. Okay. So everything seems to be working well. With everything. 7% efficiency because the rubber's not coming in. Why is the rubber freaking out? Probably because we're not consuming enough fuel. Ooh, to help with the coal backup, I'm going to try this. Let's see how that goes. This should allow the coal to back up into these things, and this will allow all these guys to run at full 100% efficiency, allowing more polymer resin. Oh, that's probably another thing. polymer resin can flow faster to the rubber and make some more. And oh, we got one working back there, or he was. So yeah, the rubber should increase a bit, so we'll be good on that. But we got a working computer factory. I unlocked quite a few recipes as well. This will be slow, but with it we can complete the tier, so I'll wait for it to produce some more, and then I'll be back once I got a good amount. Okay, we got a good amount of the computers. I'm just gonna take them all. Let's go check to see how the power grid is doing. I'm seeing full green over here. Everything is showing green, green, green. Now these last two, last I checked, were the last ones. 97% is pretty good, and this one is at 100%. How does this one do better than that one? Okay. Just need to get this guy to get more coal, I guess. But now I can head back to the main base and unlock the milestones. Okay, back in, and we should be able to unlock all of this. Let me just grab the sheets. Only 400 get stored in this one. I need to get more pipe too, which I did set up into here, so I should be able to grab that from there. Pipe and more of that. I'll have to just grab directly from here. About 400 more. And this will unlock the railway signals. It's a 5-minute
Milestone
return.
reached. Train signals placed on train rails can control and improve train behavior. This helps to avoid events where multiple trains attempt to occupy the same physical location. For information related to earlier train events, please refer to your employee non-disclosure agreement.
Okay. And we'll need a lot of concrete. Luckily I store 1,000 in that, so I just need another 500 while we wait the 5 minutes. I do have some creature parts that I can send through the machine to get some more DNA points. Any others? Nope. Okay. I'm gonna keep this hard drive because some of the researches require a hard drive or two to complete. So I'm just gonna keep that in there. Don't really want to use the explosive hard drive yet. I can grab some of that because we already have it. Here's some computer chips, but I think the high speed connector is one of the ones we need for the MAM. Let me pull up. I think it was in the deuterium. Yeah, I need a couple of those. Let's see if I have enough for that already. Let's see, I got 14, that makes it 27. I have cable, so I can just auto-craft some of it. I'll have to make a factory for that in the future. But I'll be back once the drop pod returns. It has returned, so I can give it all the resources. Let's see. I've only gotten 200 of the 500, so I need 300 more. Let's see if there's any in the... There we go. There should be enough. I'll need to upgrade their upload speed and such. So this will unlock the Blueprint Mark II. Ada has some words.
Milestone reached. The Blueprint Mark II improves upon the Mark I in every dimension, except for the metaphysical ones. This improvement was made available due to complaints from pioneers about other pioneers not being capable of managing their space efficiently. We listen to pioneers, always.
Let's see, let's compare it to the other one. So, yeah, it's a little bit bigger, but not too much bigger. I'll probably replace that one in the future and design some blueprints. But now I can take the DNA points we got from those alien bodies, plus some other ones I got while I was searching for hard drives, and put them through the awesome sink. There we go. And once those go through, which we'll be able to see it shoot up pretty fast. See, we're making about 53,000 on normal materials. It was up at 56,000. Probably some from the factory and such, which is all right there. Computer, power plant. So now we are making about 19,000 megawatts. So we're doing pretty good. I might improve the coal power plant or maybe get rid of it entirely because it's not generating too much more. But we'll see about what we do about that. I can't wait to unlock the next phase. I want that hovering jetpack. It will make building a lot easier. And then nuclear power plants. But first we need to make the modular engine and the adaptive core unit, I think is what it is. Control unit, which we'll need to make circuit boards. I have a plan to use some of the oil. Well, I might just handcraft these. Or collect them manually and put them together. I'll make this thing automatic by itself later. And then we need the modular engine, which I think is like the motor, smart plating, and rubber, which I can all set up as well and just manually have that get created. And then I'll unlock phase 3 before working on other big projects. I need to explore more of the map, specifically up here. I couldn't find much over here when I was searching. Need to still go in through there and just find all the different places and start making my big factory, or multiple big factories. See, we got up to 145,000 points with the DNA points. So I'm gonna grab all of those. I think I have one I put into a storage. If not, I'll just go to the awesome shop. Nope. I don't see... Oh, there's the ticket. Okay, I've already been buying a few things. Not gonna focus on any of these quite yet. Oh, that's 100? Sheesh. Let's see. All of these I think got purchased. Yep. Could grab some of these guys. Not really useful, but good to get. Any more of these, or all of these got all of those. All foundations, walls. Let's see, cable, structural frame, railing, construction, metal barriers. That guy, that's 36. I don't need coffee, that's just some weapons and stuff. This is just parts that I'm making. You can just buy turbo fuel. Okay, so I'm gonna just get whatever I can here because I have some extra ones. See, that brings it to 42. Can do another 10 about. That one's free apparently. Let's see, how much can we do? Another 7. Don't think that's gonna work well. We basically already got everything. Yeah, I think we got everything. So I'll just buy all that now.
It is speculated that, in the earliest days of humanity, people created drums and similar instruments to derive
put
pleasure and
that guy
social
down for
unity
now.
from the rhythmic sounds,
focus on him a
accompanied by
different time.
gyratory movements.
rest
Congratulations
of the
for
tickets in
unlocking a
there.
device that, thousands of years later, fulfills exactly the same function, except with a requirement for rare metals and plastic components.
Thank you, Ada. Okay, I'm probably gonna end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed my computer factory and the many fixes I've had to do to it. It's not the best factory, but I'm learning. Please like and subscribe, and see you guys next time.